Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nuke again here with another topic. How's everyone doing this evening? I'll let you guys know. You guys can find me on my link tree. I'll put that in the chat, and then I have my Patreon up. So nuclearcaudillo. That's the Patreon. So patreon.com/nuclearcaudillo. You guys know to find me on Twitter. The link is right there. And yeah, like the video, guys, if you're watching. And a really nice active chat too would be very helpful. I probably won't take too long on this topic, but just an observation, and it'll help you guys a lot in your endeavors in the future, especially with women, but um, could bleed over to other parts of your life too. So one of the most important things in a man's life, right, is the ability to reach out and recruit people or use resources in the form of people to further his goals or to help other people. So to become more useful to society and to useful to other people. So we call that networking. And networking is one of those things where it's hard but easy. It's easy but hard because you could you could be anywhere and just have normal social skills, and you can link up and talk to um, normal people with interesting lives. You can go to a pool party or a bar or a club or an event or anything, um, and you'll be able to meet people that really are interesting and have very like how would you say it, very connected, but also very what's the word, let's just say connected for now, very connected people, and you'll be able to branch out and actually have better connections, and they in turn will introduce you to other people, right? And we see as this in in podcasting a lot, where you'll do a show with somebody and that somebody introduces you to somebody else, and then the chain goes down, and then eventually you're a very well connected person. You got very important numbers in your book, in your cell phone, and now your resources are people. Your best resource will always be other people, right, as a man. Um, but there are better ways to do it than others. Some people just say, as you live life, you'll connect with people, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. Some people say if you excel at your job, it'll open opportunities to get to know better people, and that is true. Um, and then some other people say, hey, like, you have to go to networking events. You have to cold approach people. You have to um, do what do you call it? Cold emails, cold outreach, all these things to network and all that stuff. And then some people say it's everything. Like, it's everywhere you go, you're going to meet people, talk to people, get to know people, and eventually your network will grow, and you learn how to make friends, right? But there is, in my eyes, the most effective way of networking, right? And when I say networking, yes, I do mean jobs, right? And I do mean opportunities. I do mean um, people that can get you into nice places. But throughout my life, the networking tactic, or that, at least that I accidentally discovered, um, is women. Women are definitely the best networking tool you'll ever have. Women will get you to places and to get to you to meet people and treat it a certain way that you couldn't fathom before. Um, so while you're out trying to network, think about this. Like, um, if you showed up at a place, at a bar, at a salsa night, or at a pool party, or wherever, something social, with several women, a group of women, 4 women, 3 women, then people will naturally gravitate to you, especially men, right? So first off, women will feel much more calm around you, right? So it's like a snowball effect. So whether you want to talk to these women for fun or just get to know people, women will be much more inclined to talk to you. Plus, the pre-selection too helps a lot. And then the men, will be like, how does this guy have so many women? It creates intrigue. It creates a gravitas. People want to get to know you because you've already you already added lots of value, because beautiful women is a currency, especially in today's society. You can get almost anywhere with a pack of beautiful women. right? I'm guessing like 90% of places you can go through with beautiful women if you have a pack of beautiful women, right? Now, how you go about that? I've never like shown up somewhere with like a flock of beautiful women that I remember. I've on up with one or two pretty women, and I definitely noticed a difference, and I definitely noticed how the people treated me, right? Your biggest most effective tool is beauty. Female beauty is something that, it captures men. They want to be around you, they want to get to know you, they want to use you to get women, like whatever it may be, right? So very important. And we'll talk about strategies that I've used or what I've seen, right? I haven't really put myself out there too much. I kind of live a very private life, but as I get older, I'm dipping my toes more and being out in the public. You guys see me on podcasts now, and I'm starting to do shows with bigger names. But it's coming to the point where I eventually will have to step out in the spotlight, and I feel like one of the best ways, besides having already high status, is to just um, use women to your advantage, use female beauty to your advantage, and we'll talk about that. Let me get some of these chats here. Kate Ann says, getting those watch hours up. I see. Yeah, pretty close to getting monetized. I'm like 200 watch hours, but it's been stagnating. Like it just doesn't go. I don't know what it is. Like every day I wake up and it's like 5 more watch hours. I'm like, that's not what it was, the rate at what it was before, but whatever. Zachary Moore says, always looking to upgrade my people skills. Yeah, the work never stops. There's different exercises or things that have helped me improve my people skills. I've learned in the military, learned while growing up in Puerto Rico. I've learned while talking to different cultures and backgrounds. I've learned while talking to women. I've learned online. Um, I've learned in real time in person. And you can easily tell who's socially uncalibrated and who's not. Um, but yeah, it's a skill like anything else, and you have to sharpen it. You have to keep it sharp. So we have Fred. How you doing, Fred? That's why I don't understand guys who say I don't like having friends who are girls. They can literally be the plug. Yeah, I've been able to get to crazy places because of women, and I'll get into that too. Kate says this is why Michael Sartini is right about female friends being an asset. Most of the manosphere is wrong on this. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yes and no, but yeah, a lot of guys are like fear of female friendship because they've already been hurt by being friend zoned or by female friends, or they just overall see the unreliability of female friends. And I can see why some men are just like, it's just not worth it, right? Having female friends. But for me, I'm in a special kind of position in my life where having female friends would be good for me because I know I haven't been in the friend zone for like a decade. I don't even know what the friend zone is anymore. So I already know what it is. I know when someone's taking advantage of me. I know when someone's trying to pull my leg, when someone is lying to me. So that you need certain skills when doing with female friends as well, which a lot of the manosphere, or whatever they call it these days, tends to lack. Kate says you should do a show with Mark Sartain. Hey, I'm not big enough yet for that, but I appreciate it. I'll take that as a compliment. Zach says, I get what you're saying. They see you with a beautiful woman or someone. It's like secret code. Yeah, it's really insane the effect of beautiful women of you, even if it's your date. Like it's, and I'll scale it. I'll scale it. But hold on. Fred says some guys just fall in love with every female friend so they can't handle it and friends on themselves perpetually. But it all comes from maturity. Yeah, and also like it's they already come with a negative connotation, like, oh, she's gonna take advantage of me if I let my guard down. I'm like, dude, the only people can only take advantage of you if you give them permission to, right? So first off, that's on you, right? And also, you can, to a certain extent, you can judge men and women the same. A man that's a POS and a woman that's a POS, look at them through the same veneer of their actions, right? Women act a little differently based on, societal pressures and all that stuff, but like deep down, look at their actions and kind of say, hey, I can't hang out. It's not that I can't hang out with you. because you're a girl. I can't hang out with you because you're just a bad person overall, and that has nothing to do with you being a female, right? And that's you kind of get out of your head a little bit and stop being so scared of the female gender. Um, so the way I see it is that step one, when you want to using women, I know I'd say using women, but really with women, when I say use, I don't mean like make them do stuff for you. I just say use the social use the social power you get from being around women to your advantage, and they don't care. You know, women just want to have fun. So as long as you're a fun, exciting guy and they're around you, then it should be fine, and it's like a win-win situation, right? Um, so like I'll give you an example. When I go to a let's say a medium to upscale bar right here in Dallas, and I show up by myself or with another guy friend, you know, I'm not gonna get treated the same, right? But flip that now, or I'm not gonna get treated good. It's like, oh, two more dudes, two more dicks in the club. Do we really need that, right? But change it to um, you go alone, right? And they're just like, ah, one more dick. We don't need this in the club. So sometimes the club will make you wait in line. Obviously, I don't go to clubs anymore, but like just in general, your treatment is different. Obviously, they'll be respectful of you, but okay. So change it to now you are on a date with a beautiful gal, and the girl is dressed well. Like if it's a classier joint and she's dressed well in a nice dress and she's beautiful, you will be treated much better. You know, the staff will treat you much better because you're adding to the atmosphere. You're dressed well, you know, you add to the atmosphere. And the woman is beautiful. She's in a dress. She doesn't have to be a knockout 9 out of 10, right? But if she's dressed in a classy way, you know, high heels, maybe a nice little dinner dress or something like that, um, it will add to the atmosphere. So that creates sort of like a magic. So people will start like treating you a little bit better. They'll understand, hey, maybe he's on a date. Now, if you show up with two hot girls, then the things come in your favor. Right now, the bouncers won't even check your ID. The bouncers will probably start giving you a look like, nice, bro. Um, you'll go in wherever and the men around are like, what is this guy doing with two girls? Oh, I must be friends. But like if they're really hot and they're dressed nice, then it starts asking, you know, a little bit of questions. But in their mind, it could be, oh no, it's just a friend group or something. But if you show up, let's say three girls and up, now people like now you're cutting lines. Now the bouncer's dapping you up. Now got people are moving out your way. People are gonna start wondering who you are. Other girls are gonna start bumping into you in the club or you know, kind of staring at you. It's just a crazy magic, right? But how do we get to the point where we can start using women to our advantage, right? I don't have a very clear answer on that, right? Because again, I lived a private life. I can only acknowledge the power. This is what I do, right? So number one, you're gonna friend zone every single girl you meet in a social setting, right? You're gonna go to salsa night instead of hitting on every single girl, every regular girl there. You're gonna go up there. You're gonna kiss every girl on the cheek when you know when you get to know them. You're gonna treat them like your friend, right? So every girl you meet, you friend zone. And I don't mean and guys, don't be creepy about this. Not you guys, but like guys will be creepy about this. They don't even know how to friend zone a girl properly, and that takes social skills, right? To do it in a appropriate way. So, for example, if I meet a girl, let's say I'm going to salsa, like tonight I'm going to salsa night, and I meet a girl that seems to know everyone else, right? She's well connected, right? And let's say I dance with her and all that stuff, and then I have a conversation with her. Instead of me trying to like drop some riz, she's in the social circle, right? So I have to be careful with how I go about this. I could be pushed out of the social circle. She could be like, that weirdo was hitting on me all night. Or she could just simply um, deny me, reject me, or push me off. And nothing will happen, but I will always be known as the guy that tried to hit on her. Right. Which, hey, if that's your thing, then go for it. I mean, you know, as a man, you know the risks of things that aren't, you know, of a social circle game, right? But as instead, friend zone her. So how do you friend zone a woman? First, you have a conversation with her, and then you can do several things, right? You can mention that you're casually seeing someone, right? Like, okay, not casually, but you can drop in a subtle way that you're seeing somebody. So you could be talking to the girl, to the woman in question, and she could be like, "So, how often do you go here?" And you can say, "Oh, I like to go here a lot, but I'm trying to get my girl to come here, but she doesn't like coming out here or something," or whatever. It could be a lie, and right, but now she knows that there there is there's no intent. Now some girls still won't believe you. They'll be like, like, why is he talking to me then if he has a girl, right? But you become very friendly, and then you also have to treat her like you treat everyone else in the friend group in the social circle, right? So if you're at a pool party or a salsa night or whatever, and um, let's say you guys are bringing up a topic, disagree with her. If you disagree, don't just go with what she's saying. Don't try to isolate her, like, using game and try to isolate her to talk to her by yourself. Include her in discussions, right? Like, okay, here's an example. I did this the other day, right? I'm at my pool party at my apartment pool, and there's a lot of, there's like at least 10 attractive women there, right? And I have a friend who's talking to one or two of them, and immediately, like my monkey brain is like, "Oh, Steven, you got to talk to them. I'm like, "Wait, hold on. These women live in my building. Yes, they're attractive, but I think it would do me better if I made friends with them, you know maybe I can find someone to watch my dog on the weekends if I have to leave for the weekend, or maybe I can have someone to go out with to for social proof. So when I go out somewhere, I could be like, hey, come with me. Like, bring your friends, bring all your female friends. Let's go out and have fun. I'll take care of you guys. Make sure all of you guys get home safe." Right. So guys that aren't initiated and aren't socially calibrated will look at it like, "Oh, what a beta. He's doing all this for women." I'm like, no, you don't understand that showing up somewhere with multiple women anywhere, right, and being super comfortable with those women, and those women deferring to you, you know, like saying, "Hey, Nuke, we're going to the bathroom. We'll be right back." And I'm like, "Okay, ladies, have fun." Like, or, "Okay, ladies, I'll be here." Obviously, you don't want them to take advantage of you by you paying their stuff, right? There's got to be a certain semblance of, like, understanding here, that you're not some kind of sugar daddy beta, you know. But at the same time, you're uh you're with them as friends, and they're providing you social proof and the magnetism of having multiple women around you, and you're providing maybe protection. And you already told, "Hey, I'll make sure you guys get home. I'll get you guys Ubers or something, get some Uber points or whatever," right? So yeah, instead of uh treating them special or different, just treat them like everyone else. Obviously you calibrate your language because it's a female, right? But just talk to them, and then, like, include them in the conversation, kind of like masculine. Another thing I do is I fist bump them, which is a very masculine kind of like bro move, and that makes them feel like, "Oh, he's a friend, he's a homie," right? And at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, "Okay, well, I don't know what box to put in, but he's not trying to get in my pants, so that's a relief. So I can drop my guard," right? So another thing you can do to friend zone a girl is ask her for girl advice. Girls love asking. I know this is a thing that Mystery used to do back in the PUA days, but that gets their guard down super, super, like, crashes their guard down. A lot of PUAs used to use that to talk to women, but in this case, I would say it's a great way to get a girl to just, like, get her talking and get her to see you as someone trustworthy with their guard down, right? The cool thing about female friends, right, is that you don't have to be smooth and like a smooth talker all the time. They're your friends now, right? Um, but when you have female friends, also you have to remember, you have to manage your expectations. They are not men. They don't show up to places on time, right? They have their own male men troubles, right? The men that they know and they date are probably know about you and are jealous, you know. Women also get lonely, and they may message you in the middle of the night, or may message you randomly to go out with her. She's trying to see, either she wants validation from you because her boyfriend dumped her or she got rejected, or she secretly has a crush on you, right? She saw you with another girl and she figured out, "Oh, I have feelings for Nuke. I mean, all this whole time." So it's a very complicated world being friends with a girl, but it does reap its rewards, right? Especially if you're in a city and there's lots of women all over the place and there's lots of fun, right? So as much as you can, friend zone every girl do it the right way, use your social skills, and you'll have a girl on your side, right? But manage your expectations too. So that means you're not going to call this girl to help you with car trouble in the middle of the day, right? Girls aren't, that's not what girls do. You're not going to call this girl to go grill with you on the weekends unless you're really cool, right? Also, your female friends will never replace your male friends. Your male friends are always the best, or are absolutely necessary. Female friends, not necessary at all to live a happy life. However, they are a very powerful tool and a very powerful networking tool, right? So as we move on in life, you need to always make sure that you have a group of men that you can hang out with, connect with somehow, right? That is way more important than female friends. Female friends is just a nice thing to have. You know, they're not necessary. As time goes on and you get better with making friends with females, another thing happens is that you get more opportunities to meet other women because, let's say, they have a friend and they have a cousin, or they have an event, or they have a carne asada, or they have a quinceañera, and they say, hey, you should come, you know. And then you go there, and then you're gonna be in front of 5 women, and you're already cool with her. You already are building comfort with all her friends, family members that could possibly be, you could possibly date, get to know, or whatever, right? It's a snowball effect. So in life, um, think a lot. Sometimes start to think with your brain. Think 12 steps ahead, right? Patrice O'Neill had a very good quote when he was, he would argue with women on the panel, silly women on the panel, about like how they knew all of men's tricks, right? But here's the thing: they know all the average men's tricks. They don't know our tricks. And maybe you can consider it a trick or not, but our tricks, while she's thinking 2 steps ahead, we're thinking 7 steps ahead, right? And that's what it takes to be a Don Juan, a player, womanizer, whatever you call it, right? You have to think 7 steps ahead, and that's what it's gonna make you successful, right? And it's in every part of your life. Logistics. Instead of saying, I'm gonna invite her to this restaurant, right? Say, I'm gonna invite her to this bar or this club or this place, which is 2 blocks from where I live. Then I'm gonna walk. We're gonna switch venues and have a drink at this place, and it's gonna be even closer to my place. And then, you see, you're thinking 7 steps ahead, while she's like, I'm gonna get free drinks from this guy, while you're less like, yeah, I already know exactly what she's gonna say. I know this last minute resistance. I know what to do in this case, blah blah blah. Um, and then yeah. So at the end of the day, social skills will help you. It takes time to calibrate, but it's just part of life. Women are everywhere. You're gonna have to eventually be friends with one of them. You can't live a life without women. That would be a very sad life. So learn to make friends with women and learn to use them to network. Right. Let me catch up on some super chats here, or not super chats. I wish. Let me see, where did I leave off? I think here, with Kate. Kate says, I've noticed it's only men who can't. Oh, I lost you. I noticed it's only men who can't afford to miss sex opportunities. Say men and women can't be friends. Men who get sex can have female friends. Yeah. Yeah, and and your female friends will know. Women know when you're getting laid, but not consciously, subconsciously. It's just the way you are, the way you act, the way I have female friends that are like, that have shit tested me to see if I really wanted them constantly. But since I'm well taken care of, I don't, they'll, they'll be, I'll be at a bar or club, and then I'll be walking by, and they'll like tap me on the shoulder, like a friendly tap on the shoulder, right? And I'll just laugh, but I'll keep going, right? Like she's trying to see if I'm just gonna join her little circle of booty shaking. And I'm like, nah, I'm okay. I love you, but I can't do stuff like that, right? Um, it's just these subtle things that women do because deep down they want to know where you stand, right? And it behooves them to see how they can deal with you. Does it get exhausting? Not really. If you internalize game and you internalize your charisma, dude, this stuff is like, it's almost fun, right? But if you haven't yet, it can be a little exhausting. Um, that's not to say go out right now and rush and find female friends, or else you'll never be successful, right? But I say when the opportunity comes up and you meet a woman or you meet a group of women, be very polite, very kind, compliment them, just be non-threatening, but at the same time assertive but non-threatening, right? Um, if you're at a, let's say I go to this Mexican club here that I like here in Dallas, and let's say I meet a group of three girls, and I say, "Hey, is it someone's birthday? You ladies look really nice today." Very non-threatening, but at the same time, I mean what I say. It was a real compliment. They actually look nice. And then you start talking like, can I guess which one's the birthday girl? And because women, even on their birthday, they're bored. So you kind of just like talk to them, and then just like you would game anyone else, and just kind of get to know them. Obviously, it won't always pan out, but I think the best way to get to know women for like friends and networking is a place that you frequent a lot. So if you go to a gym yoga class, or if you go to a martial arts class, or um, I don't know, whatever class or event or anything that you go to, you will be able to um, be connecting with women easier. So you have great opportunities to friend zone women, right? So yeah, that's your number one thing in terms of networking with women, is just friend zone them first and lower your expectation, right? They're not gonna show up to places on time. They're not gonna they're always gonna prioritize the exciting man that they're dating in the time, right? So if they cancel, um or if they don't show up or they ghost, don't lose your mind, right? That's Women's friendships are different. They cancel even on their own friends, so don't get bad. However, if you have a female friend at a place that you frequent, you won't have to worry about that because you expect to see her there. So now you're like, oh, I have a female friend, um, and I don't care whether she shows up or not because I'm gonna have a good time anyway. When she shows up, I'll have a quick chat with her, maybe dance a little bit with her. Other girls will see this like, oh, that guy looks, I had my doubts about that guy, but that guy seems, like he knows everyone. Plus, he's comfortable around women, and women are comfortable around him. So I'm gonna see if I can get in his or in his radius, or close to him, so he can dance with me and ask me out or something like that, or ask for my number. All right, it's really that simple. You guys don't have to go overdrive. You don't have to be like Mark Sartain and have 30 girls, 50 girls, 100 girls, and show up to a pool party in Vegas, right? We got to start somewhere, right? Every man is able to do that, in my opinion, but you got to start somewhere. So if you have any female friends in your circle, um, make sure that you are being friendly and respectful to them, but also lower your expectations. And if it gets to the point where they start having either feelings for you, or they start being just finding out that you're a bad person, then or that they're a bad person, kind of let them go a little bit. Like, don't talk to them anymore, because it sucks. People are people, and they will be bad. I got Alex. That's why I love going out with two of my female battle buddies. They were not my girlfriends, but they made me look good. Yeah, every guy kind of knows this here. Like, that if you go out with chicks, that other chicks will be like, "Oh, wow, this guy's, he's cool, he's chill." Fred says, "My homegirl used to open groups of girls in clubs and bring me over and then start flirting with me. It fucking works." Yeah, I feel like you have a couple good stories, man. Your homegirl, make sure you take care of her. Make sure you keep in touch with her. She did a really good service for you. So make sure that she knows that she's important to you. Uh, Alex says, politely disagree. Listen first without interruption, then add why you disagree. Yeah, like, talk to her like normal, challenge her like a normal conversation with your boys, but a little bit, softer, because she's a girl. You know, I did it the other day. I introduced the Margot Robbie versus Sydney Sweeney debate with some 24-year-old white girls at my pool here, and they just ate it up, and they just 20 minutes of conversation. And I agree. I disagree. I like Sydney Sweeney more, right? Not because of the age, but because I just like her face and the boobs, right? But yeah, I got them talking. And then when they said, "Oh, Margot Robbie," I like tease her. I'm like, "Is that because you look like Margot Robbie, or are you biased, or what's up?" Like, I'm not seeing, And they just get more fired up and everything. And then now they're like, "Oh man, finally a guy that's talking to me and creating conversation." And I am lucky that I am very naturally good at opening up or talking to groups of girls. I know how to make everyone feel included in the conversation. I know how to ask the right questions. I know it's a natural ability. I don't know why. Maybe because as from a young kid, I learned public speaking, and I learned how to read facial expressions. Um, and all that stuff. So I know how to do it. It's natural, but I think that something like that where you can have banter and a little bit of disagreement and get them a little fired up, right? Is always good, right? Well, I arrived late. Thanks, island rolling blackouts. Yeah, it's okay. Where are you, man? Puerto Rico? We got Roswell in the chat. I knew Nuke was the real deal when he had a rare Andy. Rare Andy? What do you mean? What's a rare Andy? Elena. Hi, Elena. Hi, Nuke. Hi, guys. What's up, Elena? Elena. Yeah, Mike is a little obsessive. I like Mike a lot. I watch his stuff. He makes a lot of sense to me, and um, he's a good model to aspire to for guys in their 40s. I think he's great. Kate says I would absolutely have fun helping my male friends with pre-selection. I benefit too. Yeah. And the thing is, Kate, you don't have to do a lot. Women don't have to do a lot. Um, you just have to talk to us like a normal conversation, right? And that's why you guys are so jealous of other women because just by you being around us and interacting with us, other women come up to us or wonder about us. It creates pre-selection, right? So we got Scott Calvin in the chat. I like Sydney Sweeney. Am I allowed to say that? She's retarded. Yeah, I don't know. People say that. I've never even heard her speak, but I just like she looks like the girl next door kind of for me. And I like for blonde women. I'm not super into blonde women, but I like the girl next door look for blonde women. I don't like the flawless Sports Illustrated model look, but that's just me. Elena said, oh, practice makes permanent. Rolo. Yep. Oshima, yeah, I'm Puerto Rican from Island for all my life. Okay, what town? I'm from Ceiba, Fajardo, that area. I was just there 2 weeks ago. I like him too. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Fred Jacob says I can understand why if you're on the autism spectrum, all this stuff seems impossibly hard, like trying to decipher hieroglyphic text without Rosetta Stone. Yeah, even if you're not autistic, it sounds overly complicated. But when you're in a social situation in real time, it makes sense, right? It's like when I read The Rational Male the first time, I'm like, holy crap, this is like too much. And then I started seeing it in real time and I'm like, oh, it just clicked. Everything just clicked. And all it does is take a little bit of practice, right? Rare Andes are the best, man. How did Newt get one? Are you guys messing with me? What's a rare Andy? Anyways, Elena's Bear Fitness laugh emoji. Ocean Man. Old Saint Johnny. San Juan. Oh, okay, cool. I was staying. Do you know where the governor's house is? Do you know how there's that barricade there? I was staying in the Airbnb that was behind that barricade. So every time I was in and out of the Airbnb, I had to ask cops permission to go through my Airbnb. It was so annoying. So never get in the Airbnb ever again. But yeah, I was there June 5th or July 5th through the 10th. It was good times. Elena says, I'm rereading Rational Male helps with the knowledge to settle. Yeah, I think a lot of people say that both men and women should read the Rational Male. I don't know if you guys agree, but I just know that every man should, or at least every man that cares. Yeah. Walter Phillips says, I mean, people are meant to be social, so it just takes a little practice, I think, to get into certain things. Yeah, you'll be fine. You're meant for these things. So it may seem daunting, but when you do it in live, when you talk to people, it kind of things start clicking because when you're forced to do things in real time, your brain is forced to do these things and it will do these things, right? We can meet up one of these days. Yeah, if you have an Instagram, just follow my link tree. My Instagram should be on there. I'll put my link tree here in the chat. And just add me on Instagram. I might go to the island one more time this year, but I'm not sure. Depending on definitely every man should read it. Yeah, definitely every man should read it. So yeah. So yeah, pre-selection is very important, and networking is very important. It gets you opportunities. Other men respect you more. Other women are more interested in you. It's the ultimate way to know if a guy is cool because no group of women is going to be around the creep, right? A weird guy or a guy that's socially uncalibrated. When you're around women, lots of women, it proves so many things. It solves so many questions for people. It creates more questions, but it also solves a lot of questions. For women, it solves, well, he's not creepy because he's around other women. Well, he's socially calibrated. Well, he's attractive, because women don't want to be around men that aren't attractive, right? Um, and he has social skills. He is able to talk to these women. He's friendly, he's nice, all these things are solved, and it creates a a, a kind of comfort and a kind of rapport with women that aren't with you, because they're like, this guy's already proven so many things that I had to like really wonder and get to know him. And he's making it easy for me. And for men, it's like, wow, this guy's a cool guy. This guy must be important or something. This guy, maybe he has money, maybe he has swag, maybe he's a celebrity. Like to get to know this guy. Well, this guy's respected, um, and this guy, maybe if I hang out with him, I can get chicks too. And that's how men think, right? So you'll get the benefit of both. And with respect from other men comes opportunities, comes friendship, and that's what we want: opportunities, friendship, and sex. What's better than that, right? So at the end of the day, I don't have all the tools in the guide to tell you how to go from having zero female friends to having 10 that you go party with every weekend and on a yacht. I don't have those tools, right? There's other men that specialize in that. I live a very private life. I don't really um hang out like that. I have my little salsa nights. I have my dates with women. Um, but I will say that the times where I've had that power, like last year, I went to a rooftop pool party with two girls. And even though, so what happened is it was three guys and two girls. The two guys disappeared, right? So I was left with two girls. It was a Puerto Rican girl and a Vietnamese girl, right? And both of them were just friends of mine. We're just homies, right? And it was insane, the pre-selection, because I was sitting in between them talking at the pool, and my body language is relaxed. And if I would break off to talk to another girl at the pool, they would sometimes, they were drunk, so they would pull me away. They were like, "No, take pictures of a. Can I have a picture?" So I would tell the girl I was talking to, "Hey, can you give me a second?" They're asking me for a picture, right? And that created sort of like a kind of attraction mystery, that how are these girls hanging out with him? Um, you know, he's like taking care of them, or what's going on? So it creates attraction and mystery and all that stuff. Uh, Connect it with Nightbot. I got stream elements too. If you guys want to donate, not necessary. Let me see if I can get the tip link here, because I'm not monetized yet. Hold on, forgot to do that before the show. But if you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat, or else I'll wrap this up. I got a salsa night to go to. Let me see. It's loading now. All right. 1 second, please. All right. All right, there you guys go. If you guys would like the tip, I don't need any money, but if you guys would like the tip, I appreciate it. Um, all right. Um, White girls don't. Okay, come on. All right, I know. Let me get you out of here. All right. There always got to be a troll. Okay, though be advised, I'm in a transitional period as I am launching a brand. I'll follow you with my personal Instagram. Yeah, just follow me wherever you want. If you guys want to connect, if anyone wants to connect personally, follow me on my Instagram. And message me on there for like more personal meetup. Just talk. I check it like twice a day. So, Fred Jacobs, friend of mine, was debating not going on Bumble Day with a guy she thought was cute but wasn't really feeling it. Me saying he looks really sharp instantly changed her mind. Third party consensus. Okay, yeah, yeah. A lot of women need to check in with their friends before they go on a date. A lot of the times, or to know they're about a guy, right? And they really take their friends' advice seriously. They will they will cancel a date with you just because their friends don't like you, right? So there's that. Pre-selection is huge when it comes to women. Yes, it is. Alex says, "Man, only you will live your life. Only you will make it awesome or shitty. Just remember, you're not doing anything about your life situation. Is a choice you made." Yeah, I did a show about incels yesterday, and I had an actual incel come on the show and just start not berating me, but like just saying, "Oh, it's about looks. It's all about looks. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all about looks. It's all about looks." I want to tell him like, you don't understand how many times I've had girls taken away from me by ugly dudes. Like it happens all the time. Like I don't know what to tell you, man. Yeah, it's a choice, really. If if a pretty girl likes you, most girls will like you. Yeah. If women see a demonstration of a pretty girl liking you, it will at least get them asking questions. Do you know how to dance salsa? I'm more of bachata merengue myself, but yeah, I know a little bit of salsa. I'm still learning. So yeah. Do I agree with Donovan Sharp on what? What are we agreeing on? Why are you guys bringing outside people into my chat? I don't know. I know who Donovan Sharp is, but what did he do? Yeah. So uh, if there's any takeaways from this, guys, just don't be scared to have female friends. Understand that females and males are different, so you can't expect the same amount of women. Women aren't super reliable. They're not, physically able to help you move or work on your car or something like that. But they can provide value in different ways. So understand what value female friends can bring into your life and harness it, and watch your life kind of like become a little bit more colorful, a little bit more fun. Um, so at at times you may feel like, hey, this is just too much. I just want to hang with the boys. But yeah, like again, you always never leave your like don't always prioritize your boys, your friends, your male friends. Always prioritize them, right? If your female friends are like, hey, we're going to this club, you should come with, but your boys that you haven't seen in a while are like, hey, we're going fishing in the morning, or we're going to do this, we're going to go do that, we haven't seen you, man, let's hang out. You always choose your male friends, right? Because that's your mental health, and those guys will be with you through thick and thin. However, if you're hanging out with your boys all the time and you have one Friday free and you got your female friends saying, hey, come out with us, we're going to go party, you should come out, then choose the girls, because um you also need to talk to women. It's a need. So have some balance and always prioritize your male friends. Um, Alex says, Bacharach merengue here too. Yeah. He gives a lot of wild takes. Some of them are helpful. Yeah, Donovan's all right. Um, if I go to salsa, I ask the ladies to teach me, and they do. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like if you're at salsa night, I had a video on this. If you're at salsa night and you don't know how to dance very well, ask one of the women to give you a quick lesson or to dance with you. They'll be more than happy to. All right, guys. Well, that's all I have. You guys know where to find me. My link tree is in the chat. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I appreciate your time. You guys have a good Wednesday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I might do a show tomorrow. We'll see. But I'll have Fashion Fridays. I have Fashion Fridays on Friday. Obviously, we'll talk about some summer looks. Some things that I tried out that make me look good in the summer. And then I got the DragonShip on Saturday, 12:30. Go on with the dragons. On you can find us on either Thor's channel, my channel, Glenn's channel, and we just talk more about masculinity things. And then on Sunday I have Post Zero, where me and Jack kind of rehash and revisit the things that were talked about on Rule Zero. right? Yeah, if you guys need any coaching or just want to just any life questions that maybe you want to bounce off me, I'm 34 years old. I'm not like the most experienced shaman sensei, Puba in the world. But if you guys have any questions about whether you should join the military, any questions about girls or anything like that, you can join the Patreon or reach out to me on my Gmail, nuclearcaudillo@gmail.com. And other than that, guys, that's all I have. I appreciate you guys. Oh, I got two more comments here. All right, thank you guys.